Any Spider-Man fans? Anybody see the new movie? Nope? Somebody has. So you know Spider-Man, yes? Have you seen it? You see it? Did you like it? It's a big animation thing, right? So you know Spider-Man, superhero, yes or yes? Throwing the nets all over the place, yes or yes? Swinging from building to building, yes or yes? But this is a little bit different, right? So it's Miles Morales, right? And it's actually in parts I can't tell you the rest of the story because it's still yet to come, right? It's an hour and 10-minute animation, the longest animation film that's ever been out there. Very exciting, yes? Riveting, yes? Do you want to tell us the gist of the story? No. Just shake your head if I'm close, right? So Miles Morales, he is like this superhero. He is Spider-Man. He is all full of himself, yes? Yes? Because he's Spider-Man, yes? Until there's competition, because it's called The Adventures of the Spider-Verse, right? So there's competition. There are like fraudulent spider people, right? Right? And ultimately, it comes down to turn point. The whole premise of the movie is this. There is a moment he has to redefine what it means to be heroic. Am I doing okay so far? There's a moment he has to redefine what it means to be heroic. And ultimately the grapple is, it's either all about taking care of himself or taking care of everyone else, yes? Yes? That's what superheroes do, yes? But he's grappling with that moment, right? He's really trying to redefine what it means to be heroic, and it comes down to one word. You ready for the one word? You ready for the one word? And this is like, I'm telling this as riveting as I can make this up. It's far more riveting than the hour and 10 movie, right? Ultimately, what does it mean to be a superhero? He's redefining this. It's one word. Sacrifice. What's the word? Sacrifice. Very exciting, right? What's the word? Sacrifice. And ultimately, he has to grapple with the thought of taking care of everyone else or taking care of himself. And what's the word? Now, all of you should be sitting there scratching your head saying, duh, that's nothing new. Why? Because who teaches us best what it means to be extraordinary, to be heroic in our living? Who teaches us that best? Some of you got that answer right. Did you not miss the hand? Who teaches us that best? And what's the pattern of his living? It's sacrifice. In the second reading today, Jesus literally laid down, made the ultimate sacrifice for us. And that is humbling, if not should be overwhelming. And he calls us every day to follow his pattern. We don't need to do what he did, but we are called every day to live heroically. That's the message of the first reading in the gospel today. That when we hear the call and be true to the covenant, did you catch this in the first reading? Then you will be special in the eyes of God. If you heed the call, if you stay true to the covenant, then you will be special in the eyes of God. And then to the gospel. And when you live this way, you will do the most amazing, spectacular, extraordinary, if not heroic things in the name of God. And our world, and on this Father's Day, your families need people that are living and willing to live heroic lives. And at the heart of that heroic life is, some of you got this, is sacrifice. That when we lay ourselves down, when we pour ourselves out, it is God who will fill us back up. Without cost, you have received. Without cost, you are to give. Without cost, you have received. Without cost, you are to give. And when you pour yourself out, and when you make sacrifice for the good of your family, for the good of the family of God, for the building up of God's kingdom and our country, when you live this way, you are living heroically. And it is what we are called to. And it is what our families, our community, and our world desperately needs. But the grapple, just like with Miles Morales, right? You have to be willing to let go of what you want to do and what you think you need, and put others, your family, the family of God, our country, before yourself. He redefined, so to speak, in this movie, what it means to be heroic. It comes down to one word. What is that word? Sacrifice. And when we pour ourselves out, God will bless every offering and sacrifice that we make. And God will fill us back up and use us to do the most amazing, extraordinary, heroic things for the good of your families and for the good of the family of God. As you walk into the week, write down the word heroic. That is how you and I are called to live, heroically, which means we have to make sacrifice in the pattern of Jesus Christ. Secondly, on this Father's Day, think about your own fathers, godfathers, grandfathers, those who have been a fatherly influence in your life, and reflect deeply on their sacrifice. And I'll give you a quick example. When I was in kindergarten or first grade, we had to do like this, who is your hero, right? Well, who did I pick? Did I have a clue as to what that meant? Do I now? Think deeply about your fathers, grandfathers, godfathers, those who have been a fatherly influence in your life. Take some time, not just, oh, happy Father's Day, Dad, but to think deeply about their commitment and the sacrifice that they make for you and for the good of your family. Learn from their wisdom. Follow their example. But that requires thinking, reflecting deeply, as opposed to, oh, happy Father's Day. Think deeply. Ponder mightily about the sacrifice and the blessings that have come from that offering that they make for you and for your family. And thirdly, all of us are called by God. All of us are uniquely equipped to live heroic, extraordinary lives in the ways of the Lord. Young and old alike, every one of us have a way to contribute as long as we are willing to make sacrifice. Ah, there's the rub. Pray mightily that you can hear the call of God and have the grace to follow. Go to the first reading. For those who heed the call, live the covenant, then in the eyes of God, you will be special, exceptional, extraordinary, heroic, now and forever and ever.